Hey everybody, my name is Cindy Tissick and I'm the Education Librarian here at UB. What I'm going to do right now is just give you a brief introduction in how to find books or articles on a topic. And first of all, from the library's homepage, I wanted to show you the staff directory. We have librarians listed by subject. So if you scroll down, you will see my contact information. Okay, there's my email address, my phone number, my location. When I show you some of the guides that we have created, I'll also show you an appointment scheduler that you can use to try and book an appointment with me if you want to do a one-on-one. For those of you who might be distant students, I also do one-on-one through Zoom. Okay, all right, so right now I'm going to take this topic. I'm interested in finding books or articles on teaching about nationalism in the history classroom. So what I've done here is in my first row is I've taken the keywords out of this question, out of this topic, and I've put them into this chart. Now you can just put them on a piece of paper, you can free flow it, whatever you want to do, make a list for yourself. But what we're going to do now is we're going to brainstorm some different words that might be used to describe each one of these keywords or key concepts. So I've already done that for all but one. So for teaching, I have teach, instruct, instructing. History could also be social studies. It could be global. Sometimes it's referred to as global in different settings. And then classroom could be class, but it could also be a specific grade level. It could be a specific type of school, elementary or high school. There could be other words that could be used to replace classroom as a concept, but I'm just leaving it with those four right now. I always recommend if you have at least one other what we call synonym or alternative spelling for each one of your keywords. So in the case of nationalism, I don't know that national would be a word. So you could simply right click and end up looking for the synonym. So I found patriotism. So I'm going to try patriotism. And I'm going to put a question mark next to it because I think maybe nationalism and patriotism might be a little bit different, but I'm going to keep it there as a synonym in my searching. Now, why would you do this? You would do this because right now, the words that you have in your head, your internal dictionary is different than my internal dictionary. And if I'm not capturing those words, if I don't try and think of other words when I run my search, I'm going to have a limited set of results. In all the years I've done this, I found that people only search these first row of words and then come back and say, I didn't find anything. So I always ask them, well, what other words can be used to describe what you're searching? Okay, so the next part that we're going to do is we're going to start plugging those words in and run some searches. So from the library's homepage, there's this text box called everything. Now, one of the problems, difficulties with everything is that it doesn't link up, in my opinion, adequately right now to a lot of the education databases, but it is going to help you find books and it might find some alternative materials that we might have missed in if we were searching just in the databases for education. So we're going to run our first search, teaching, nationalism, history, classroom. Now I don't connect them in any way because the system automatically connects each one of these with the word and then we run a search. What you're going to want to do when you run the search is log in. You see how it says it's not complete unless you log in? The reason for that is because this now brings up all of the SUNY systems. So anything at another SUNY that we might have access to would come up here. All right, so you want to make sure that you log in whenever you run a search. You see my information is there. If you ever get confused or want more information, there's a search tips up here. There's a number of tutorials that can walk you through the process. All right, so what we're noticing now from our list is that it's specific to different locations, right? So different geographic locations. These may be some way that you might want to narrow down. So you may go back and say, oh no, I want to talk about US or America. See, there's a synonym going on there. All right. I might want to focus on specific topics within world history and how it promotes nationalism. I might want to talk about culture. I might want to talk about how sometimes these teaching these subjects can be controversial or bring conflict to the classroom. So what I'm saying is that right now, this search, this topic may be a little broad, and based on the results that I'm seeing, I might find ways to narrow it down. So from here, you can see here's a location. This is a book, and it's right here in Lockwood. Here's an article, and here's the PDF. It's peer reviewed. Okay. Now, not everything is going to say stuff like that. So here's an ebook. It's available online. You can click the link to it. All right. Let's see. It looks like there's some audio. There could be some video, DVDs. It's all in here, all the different format types. All right. If you load more results, you can keep going. Okay, there's more articles. Now you notice that it's going to start to expand out and give you different ways to narrow down. So let's say that you were looking for books. You can apply the filter. All right, and then the books would come up. Now, right now, looking at these titles, I don't necessarily know that nationalism is covered, but I'm assuming that somewhere in the description or maybe the table of contents, nationalism is coming up. And see, here's the long table of contents. If I was to scroll through, I'm probably going to see it, and that's how it comes up. Okay. Now, right now, I'm supposed to just be giving you a quick kind of overview on how to run the searches. Now, that's looking for books. If I exit it out, I could limit down to articles. There's like 8,000 of them. That is a lot for you to look through. And I really wouldn't want you going through that. So my advice then is that you use something like this to make an initial pass. Okay, a quick pass, maybe use some additional subject descriptors down here to narrow a little bit further, but just use this as a first pass and looking for books. When it comes to articles, go back to the libraries, go into research help and go to the guides. Now, I know this video is long, but please bear with me. Here in the guides is all of our major disciplines broken down. Most of our digital products are broken down and organized in this way. So if you go to education, now, in terms of education, you may be looking in psychology, you may be looking in social work, sociology, but I think what's in education is probably going to work for you. Go into learning and instruction, and here I am. This is me. And here's my email. You can schedule an appointment with me. It looks at all the appointments I've already got booked, gives you the times that I'm available. You click it, you tell me what type of meeting you want to have, and we're good. All right. Okay. So I also have other things up here. So if you want to look for tests or statistics and econometrics, it's all up here. But we're going to stick with this list of journal databases. Top ones in order. Google Scholar is okay, but it's a big keyword search, so just be careful. All right, so go to education source. Now, we're going to start to search in education source. We're going to put in teaching or teach or instruct or instruction. That was this first column. Then we're going to put in nationalism. Okay, now see, it says nationalism or patriotism. I'm going to leave the nationalism because I'm not quite sure about the patriotism. I don't want to get propaganda. All right, then I'm going to put history or social science. And you say, why did you put it in quotes? That is to keep this two words together in this order. It's called phrase searching. All right, so I'm going to leave that. And again, that's this column. And over here, the plus is going to add one more row. I'm going to do class and I'm going to do an asterisk. All right, or elementary, or keep these two words together, high school. Now, why did I put the asterisk? The asterisk is because it'll give me anything after that last S. Class, classes, classroom. Okay, it'll all come up. And yes, you could do that for this guy here. Okay, okay, and there we go. Instruct, teach, teaching, instruction, instructs. Could get instructor, teacher, so you might be careful. You might not want to do that, but we're going to see what happens. All right, so we've got 124 results. I'm not going to go through the results, in depth here, but I want to show you limiters on the side. You can limit to scholarly peer reviewed, means it was vetted by scholars in the field. You can move the publication date. Usually professors are like the last 10 years, so we're going to go 2009 if I can get the bar. Ah, there we go. All right, and then academic journals because I don't want book reviews. The system updates. Now I'm down to 106. All right, there's other subjects I can add in here. See, history, education. Education wasn't something I was going to talk about. There's curricula. All right, nationalism and education, transnationalism. Okay, full text is right here. You can save the items that you like into various folders. You can go into what's called the record and look at these subject terms to find even more words that you might use in your search. Okay, you can email it to yourself, download the PDF. If I click the PDF, there it is. Okay, and there's the download button. Decide where I want to put it. Always make sure that you use the buttons on and the options on the screen, not on your browser up here. Go back to my results list. And up at the top, here's my folder. And you could be searching in here for like an hour or so for database for articles. So it's always good to have a folder created, that you use a folder. All right. And you can select all of them and you can email them. And you want to make sure that they send the PDF if it's available. Email it to yourself, put a subject in there, and then send it. You're good. All right, so I want to go back to the library's homepage. There's other databases. You can scroll through them and search them as well. But this was a quick introduction, quick I say, to searching the libraries. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm always available for you. Thank you and have a great day.